Thanks so much for tuning into this video. I am Jay Theo, and today, you saw by the title of this video is I rarely get approached as a black gay man, but the main topic of this video is really to discuss assertiveness, confidence, approachability, and overall just socializing in the black gay community and just the gay community overall. I wanted to make this video because I realized over the years that we as a community, we have a lack of skills when it comes to socializing, approaching, leading conversations, being assertive when it comes to dating, making friends, all of the above. And now that I've lived in LA for 7 years, and I lived in New York for 4 years before that, and now I'm in my 30s, I definitely think that I have a breadth of experience to share kind of about when it comes to socializing, meeting people, and setting yourself up for success when you are out and about in these streets, trying to find your man, trying to find your bestie, trying to build community, all of the above. I think the main thing overall is that with this video is that I just want to point at that at the end of the day, you control your fate when it comes to socializing. You control your fate when it comes to meeting new people. You control your fate when it comes to meeting your person or your partner out here in the world. Yes, you know, we all want to be approached, and we all want to be chased, and we all want to feel special. And trust me, when I am not getting approached, when I'm not, getting chased and all the above, it definitely can take a hit to the ego, can definitely take a hit to my confidence. But I think that there's a lot more value in you taking ownership in the people that you meet and the circles that you put yourself in, and also just making sure that you are choosing to be assertive and to be intentional in the connections that you're trying to build as a grown ass adult in the universe that we live in. I also feel like overall that life is just too short to be waiting and depending on other people to come up to you, to come to talk to you as a human being. I recently lost my grandma, my mom's mom, and the last 3 years I lost my mom's mom, my dad's mom, I lost my dad, and prior to that I lost my other 2 grandparents. And I'm just realizing that life is very short. If you want something, go after it. If you want a connection, pursue it. If you think somebody looks hot or looks cute or fine, tell them. I don't want to live life regretting the things that I could have done. Like, I could have done that, I should have done that. And those are the things that happen if you live your life like that. I'd rather live a life of like, I did that. It didn't work out, or that guy, he totally rejected me, but I did that. And one thing I've noticed, guys, the more we put ourselves out there, the more we do things that are not comfortable, the more comfortable it gets. My therapist just tell me all the time, Jared, the more uncomfortable conversations you put yourself in, the more uncomfortable dynamics you put yourself in, the more comfortable you become. And I think that all boils down to us being more open to being more assertive, to being more direct, to being more approachable, and to being more confident in our social settings and our social environment. So y'all, I titled this video, I'm rarely approached as a black gay man, because from a romantic lens, that is true. I am rarely approached from guys that are romantically interested in me. I am approached from a friendly vibe more often these days, where people will tell me they like my hair, they like my outfit. But I've noticed even with that, y'all, it's the energy you bring to the environment that brings that energy to you. The nights that I'm really leaning into the night, I'm leaning into positivity, I'm leaning into having a good time, I'm vibing, I am out and about, I am bringing on that confidence. That's when people come up to me and tell me they like my hair, they like my outfit, all those kind of things. And I also feel like when those conversations happen, I also respond in a very intentional way. If I know I'm out tonight, I want to meet friends, and I want to grow my community. When somebody tells me they like their outfit, I'm going to respond with some positivity. Thank you, girl. And I'm going to try to find something I like about their outfit. Or I'm going to ask them, where you from? You live in LA? Continue the conversation. I'm always thinking I'm going to be intentional. I want to grow connections. I want to build community. I want to foster something within this gay community. So I'm always going to try to make sure that I'm being intentional when I am getting approached, even on a friend level. And I think that energy it breeds more positive energy. Y'all, I was out at a pool party a couple weeks ago, and this guy came up to me and told me he liked my hair. Then I was like, oh my God, I like your hair. And he had this really cute, his hair looked really, really lit. Y'all, and then he was like, oh, do you smoke? And I'm like, yeah, I smoke here and there. So he passed the blunt, we start smoking, we start vibing, y'all. Hour later, we're geeking, talking about Rihanna, having a blast. He's introducing me his other friends, just having a blast. And now, we exchange numbers, and we're gonna hang out in a couple weeks. But y'all, it's like when you have that intention, when you give that energy back, when you're out socializing and vibing, and you have that intention, then you kind of see the rewards from it. And that's just really what I want to preach on today, is kind of being intentional, being assertive, being confident, and receiving that. Now, when it comes to being approached romantically, like I said, it does not happen to me a lot. But y'all, even with that, I notice when I am assertive, when I see something I want and I go speak on that, y'all, I am very surprised the reaction that I get. Now I get, some of y'all might be like, okay, you're thin, or your society's view of like gay pretty or gay cute, or you have really nice teeth or nice skin, nice hair, whatever. I get that. Maybe I do fall into society's version of the aesthetic of a cute black, femme-facing gay dude. But at the end of the day, I've been surprised at numbers I can get, who I can get to go on a date with when I am just assertive and I'm direct and I am confident in my approach. And I think relying too much on somebody to approach me has really limited the opportunities for me to meet dope people. I've met so many cool people by me opening my mouth, by me tapping a shoulder, by me finding something to compliment, by me being intentional when I'm out socializing with my friends, with my people, even on sometimes when I've been out, maybe not by myself, but just with one other friend, and really just being intentional on making connections. And sometimes with my friend, he's talking to a guy for 20-30 minutes and I am by myself, just really being intentional, owning that space, being confident, and making that environment very positive to then receive, some good energy. So hopefully that didn't ramble a little too much. Sorry guys. But all to say, the point of this section of the video is that I really want to talk about assertiveness. And I think being assertive can really be key in really you getting the attention, or maybe start sparking the conversation with somebody that you never thought you'd be able to, or somebody that you never thought may look your way. So first off, I want to read the definition of assertiveness so we are all on the same page about what I mean when I mean assertiveness. So what is assertiveness? Some people confuse assertiveness with aggression and think that to assert yourself is to adopt a particular position in a disagreement, stand your ground, and argue a point without compromising. In fact, being assertive means communicating your needs, wants, feelings, beliefs, and opinions to others in a direct and honest manner, while at the same time being receptive to their needs and without intentionally hurting anyone's feelings. Using direct communication can reduce conflict and enhance your personal and work relationships, and build your self-confidence. It is helpful to imagine assertiveness as the middle ground between aggression and passivity. I also want to speak to some of the advantages of assertive behavior. So the advantages of using assertive behavior in all dealings with others include your needs and wants and feelings are likely to be understood. Both parties are more likely to feel respected and heard. The relationship is strengthened by the exchange. You experience fewer negative conflicts and arguments. You feel in control of your life. You feel in control of your life, y'all. This is the biggest one when it comes to assertiveness that I just hold on to, is that you are in control of your life. You are in control of your destiny. And you are making a point to be in control of your destiny. You have confidence and self-esteem are enhanced. You have a better chance of getting what you really want. So y'all, when I first moved to LA, I actually broke down in therapy one day because I felt like I don't want to say I felt ugly, but I just feel like the attention I got when I lived on the East Coast, it just wasn't reciprocated here. And I really broke down and I really felt like, wow, like I'm not making friends as easy. I'm not getting approached by guys as easy as it used to be. What is wrong with me? And my therapist is like telling me, really take matters into your own hands. If you see somebody you like, say something. If you see energy you like, say something. And y'all, I've really been riding that wave throughout. And I would say in the past year, I've really been making a focus to be even more assertive, because I feel as though at one point I was ready to at one point I was ready to leave LA. I was ready to pack up and try another city because I felt like I just was not able to make it work from a community and romantic stance here. But y'all, when I tell you the past, actually almost 2 years, the fact that I've been assertive. When I see a dude, even on a friend level, I'm like, I love his outfit, I love his energy, I'm gonna go talk to him and be like, hey, I like your outfit, I like your energy, y'all. I have a whole community of friends now that I hang out with all the time because I went up to almost all of them and was like, hey, you seem super cool, I love your energy, let's kiki, let's talk. Y'all, and y'all, When I tell you the guys that I've been able to go on dates with, that I've been able to hook up with, that I've been able to vibe with on a physical or romantic level because I opened my mouth, y'all. Dudes I thought were out of my league went up to him and be like, oh my God, I love your outfit. Where are you from? Start talking. They buy me a drink. Whatever. Then we exchange numbers. Then we end up, sometimes we hook up. Sometimes we go on a date. Y'all, the types of people that I've been able to open the door with for myself by opening my fucking mouth is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I think that's why I just want to preach to y'all, be assertive. Be assertive. Be assertive. I also think within our community, particularly in the Black community, I have made a video about this, is lose the mean girl mentality. Lose the mean girl mentality. If somebody comes up to you and tells you you like their outfit, say thank you. Open, be welcoming, be approachable. Be approachable. And that's the next definition I want to speak on, is being approachable. Because I feel like that's the other side of being assertive and being confident that will balance out the potential for you to be approached, for you to make connections romantically or platonically when you are out there socializing in our gay world. So what does it mean to be approachable? Someone who is approachable is welcoming, friendly, and easily talked to. They make people feel comfortable around them and gain trust easily. Friends and coworkers often find them interesting and engaging to communicate with. So be approachable. Be approachable. One thing that really made it hard for me when I first moved to LA is even sometimes the friends I would meet, when I would meet their friends, and I think I made another video about this, is that their friends would be real nasty and rude to me. Very not welcoming, very, very much like, this is my friend, I don't want you to them to be your friend, yada, yada, yada. And a lot of times when I would go on dates, when I would date guys and connect with guys, then meet their friends, the same thing. I remember I've almost gotten a couple fights with dudes, friends I dated, because they were just so nasty and so rude, and I'm just like, why are you being like that? You know, and I'm not even somebody that likes to fight, but I just don't like that level of nasty and rudeness when you're trying to get to know people and be open to connect with new people. So I definitely think making sure that you're approachable, making sure that you're intentional, and making sure that you are open to new connections is only gonna benefit you. And like I said, even though it can be a knock to my confidence, it can be a knock to my ego, where that I feel like I'm always being the one walking up and approaching and choosing per se, but you have all the control in the situation. And y'all, when I call my best friend, y'all, sometimes I'm like, girl, I kicked it with this fine ass dude, girl. Oh my God, he was so fine. And you know what? I went up to him and talked to him. She'd be like, you know, it's just so much more winning when it's like, girl, I went up to him. I saw his fine ass from across the table. I went up and said, what's up? I love your outfit. I love your vibe. Like, what's tea? And then we ended up vibing. We ended up hooking up. We already ended up going on a date. Like, y'all, that to me just seems so much more powerful than I was waiting, holding my drink, hoping somebody would come up and talk to me, and nobody ever did. And you know, and then you're making a TikTok about how you never get approached and nobody, like, where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in that? Like, there is no fun in that. And also, y'all, sometimes I've noticed that the compliments I get when I'm just assertive and direct and I go up to people, like, I've been told, like, wow, your energy is so amazing, like, I love your energy, like, I gotta hang out with you again. Or I've even been told, guys been like, it's so sexy that you come up and you talk to me. I think that's so confident and sexy that you decide to come up to me and you're not just waiting around for someone to come up to you. Like, people have told me, like, they literally find that attractive. A lot of straight men have told me that about women too. They think that it's super attractive when women come up to them and approach them. And I think a lot of us are so ingrained in the heteronormative ideas that if I'm more of a bottom, if I'm more femme, I want somebody to approach me. Or even the tops, I'm the cool top, I'm that dude, you gotta come talk to me. All that energy is nice and all, but when you never have friends or you never have a date to go on because you never opened your mouth and you never decided to be assertive, like, that's on you. And now, y'all, definitely, y'all, I do want to get to rejection. I know rejection is a huge, 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 huge piece of why a lot of us will not get up and will not go speak to people. But y'all, even though rejection is awkward, it sucks. I'm not going to sit here and say rejection is fun and it's amazing. But y'all, I can honestly say 75 to 85% of the time, when I go up and compliment somebody's outfit, I tell them I like their smile, I like the way they smell, I like their hair, it's usually always responded with a smile or a thank you or I appreciate you, y'all, and sometimes that's all it ever is. Sometimes it's just a thank you. Sometimes it's just like appreciate it or oh thank you, and that's all that it is, y'all. I would say most of the time I'm met with that. Every once in a while I will get a no response, or I would get I'm good, or I would get that like kind of that eye that's like get away from me. But y'all, but then I'm just like, okay, whatever. It's awkward for like 3-4 seconds. You gotta dust off your shoulders. But then at the end of the day, it's like, do I really wanna be vibing with somebody that nasty and that rude? Like, I'm complimenting you and you can't even say thank you. And yes, you don't have to want my advances. You don't have to want to talk. But for somebody to be that nasty and not rude, did you want that energy anyway? I really do think, and y'all, I'm not a big believer, but I do think rejection is God's protection. I think rejection is getting somebody out of your life that doesn't need to be. You know, and I think that still is just a display of confidence that you have, that you are a social being in the social world that we live in, and it's awkward sometimes it can be in new settings that you put it upon yourself to go speak to someone and to go talk to someone. I think that takes a lot of confidence. And I understand there's a lot of social anxiety out there now. You know, I've been told by a few people that, you know, when I've approached them and I've told them that they're cute, we have an exchange. I actually met somebody last weekend. I thought he was super cute. We had an exchange, and the whole time I told him, I was like, I didn't know if you liked me. I thought you kind of were not vibing with me. And he told me he had, you know, social anxiety. So I do know people can have social anxiety. I get that, and I'm not a therapist, but y'all, but I feel like I said earlier, I think getting more comfortable and getting out of your anxieties, you have to make yourself uncomfortable. I have anxiety in other ways, and y'all, and I feel like the ways that I power through in my anxiety in other facets of my life is just pushing through those awkward moments, pushing through those anxious moments, taking a breath, and just telling yourself, you know what, fuck it. I did it, and I'm gonna keep doing it. But I will say, y'all, the more I get rejected, the more I'm just like, whatever. And the more easier it gets, the more I would do so like, I'm good, or no, I'm good. I've got that, you know, I'm good, or no response, or you get that nasty look. Yes, it's awkward, but the more I do it, the more I'm like, whatever. I know I'm that girl, and I'll go move on. Or I'll go start dancing to some Rihanna or to some Beyonce and go grab another drink and go back to my friends. Like, I think there's just, the more you do something, the more you put yourself out there, the more wins you're gonna have. And at the end of the day, y'all, like I said, the more I'm on this planet, like, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Like, you're not gonna remember that person 2 weeks from now. If you're not gonna remember this person 5 minutes from now, 5 days from now, why does it matter? At least you're putting yourself out there and you are being a controller of your destiny, of your fate at the end of the day. So I definitely think rejection has its issues, has its moments, but I definitely think that we should lean into rejection. We should lean into the possibility of somebody saying no. Because at the end of the day, you're still putting yourself out there. And I just think that's so valuable and that's just so dope. And I don't know, the more I'm doing it, the more I see value in it, the more that I pat myself on the back, the more I go to that bathroom, look in the mirror and be like, you did that. And when you get the wins from it, when you get the wins from putting yourself out there more, you are just gonna feel so much more confident in yourself, and it's just gonna only enhance your confidence. It's only gonna enhance your level of communication. It's only gonna make you a better communicator. It's only gonna make you a better person when it comes to socializing. Lastly, I do want to talk about, I think we do overthink a lot in social settings, and that's one thing that I really have been trying to work on the past couple of years, is just overthinking and thinking somebody doesn't like my outfit, or thinking somebody's laughing at me, or thinking somebody's, you know, has an issue with me. And y'all, half the time, majority of the time, nobody's thinking about you. Most of the time, y'all, nobody is thinking about you. And if they are that pressed over your outfit, or if you're having too much fun, if they're trying to make fun of you, then they're the loser. They're the loser at the end of the day. You're not the loser. At the end of the day, y'all, socializing, going out, being around our gay community should be fun, it should be inviting, it should be welcoming. And if somebody wants to be rude and an asshole, that's on them. And even though overthinking, I know can be really hard, especially in new social settings where you're meeting new people. But at the end of the day, y'all, most of the time, they're not thinking about you. Everybody is so stressed out. We live in such a hectic world right now, especially now after the pandemic and as expensive the world is. People do not have time to be thinking about you more than 2-3 seconds at a time. So I just want to say this as someone who gets rarely approached as a black gay man, as a gay man romantically, but as someone who has really built the confidence to take control of his fate, who has built a community of friends out in here in LA, out in just in general. I have built a community of friendships. I think it's just really important to make sure that you are always taking control, being assertive, trying to put yourself in uncomfortable situations to overcome that discomfort, to stop overthinking, to minimize your social anxiety any way you can. And like I said, I'm not a therapist, but just finding ways to minimize your social anxiety and getting used to rejection. I think that's going to be the biggest thing, is getting used to that rejection and getting used to planning yourself and being more assertive. So y'all, I hope this video wasn't too much of a ramble. I really wanted to make this video because I feel that there's just so much power with you being the person that approaches, you being the person that takes control of your destiny when it comes to making friends and meeting romantic partners in our gay community and our Black gay community. I think there's just so much power in that. I really want our social groups to be more powerful and to be more of a place that can be welcoming and not so antagonistic, but be a place that we really find a safe space in community and in connections. Please be sure to comment, let me know your thoughts. Are you someone that approaches? Are you someone that waits to approach? Are you someone that typically is really, really socially awkward in a situation? Do you overthink when you're in social settings? And also, how do you deal with rejection? Is it just so defeating that it just makes you want to leave the club, leave the party, leave the environment? When you have put yourself out there, have you seen the rewards? Have you seen the benefits of that? And also drop comments. How have you met your friends? How have you built your community? Did you meet your partner? How did that happen? Please let me know. Any tips for people to dealing with social anxiety, introverts out there that find it harder to step up and be social, please drop that in the comments as well. We definitely want to build community here and make everyone feel like this is a safe space. And also, guys, as always, if there's any other topics when it comes to the gay community, when it comes to the Black gay community, when it comes to dating, when it comes to anything within the gay community, please drop. I want to hear from you guys. I want to keep making great content that speaks to what you guys are looking for, that speaks to the experiences that you guys have. But yeah, guys, so I'm about to go get lit with my bestie. We're about to go get drinks, get dinner, go get some sushi, get drinks, and then we're going to go to this bar and turn up after. So guys, whatever you guys are doing today, if it's a weeknight, if it's a weekday, if it's a weekend, be sure to have fun. As always, guys, like I always say, do your best to stay safe, stay positive, and I will see you guys on the next video.